do you up Star Wars?
15 minutes of missionary.
15 minutes. Everyone, Trout looks nice. Let's heckle him.
It's a one-piece puzzle with one moving piece.
Well, that's not how we do it with the choir boys, but you know, I guess it works.
Damn! We're gonna see if that even makes it to Pepper Box.
It won't.
I'm going back to Iowa.
Yay!
Vacation.
I know you. You just fly in and fly back home.
It's perfect. That's the best job.
The best job ever
Bro,
had.
you fly out there once a month. Yeah, it's horrible. Let me tell you. I got to fly out there, go on a 4-day bender with my friends, and then go back home and tell my wife I was working. Oh, the humanity.
That's how mine is.
This is how this starts.
Bro, she takes it like a champ, though. She's like, God damn it. He's right. It is his job.
That's how mine is. She's like, I know you're technically, it's real work and it pays for everything, but God, you're just getting drunk with your friends. Like,
Do you know how hard that is on my body, babe?
the sacrifices I'm making for my personal health.
My liver hurts all the time. Cody's gonna die in 10 years. We are sacrificing it all for you guys.
I'm doing it for you, John. It's all for you, Damien. My blood hurts.
It's not my fault. I have the best job on the planet. Damn it.
It is, actually. We did that.
Let's you, Mr. Cody. Start her off.
3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribed Podcast. I'm joined today by Mr. Eli Double Tap. The Fat Electrician is back in town. Brandon Herrera, donut operator myself. Thank you for joining us all today in our shenanigans.
Hi, you beautiful people. How y'all doing out there? We got Nick back finally.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Once a month.
So if you guys didn't know this, we were just talking about it before we started. Nick comes into town, and then we record like 5 podcasts in a row, and then Nick leaves us. But during that time, his job is to get drunk.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Yep.
We're gonna keep that intro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. So it's the wives gonna watch.
I'm pretty sure they knew.
What the fuck? Oh yeah.
Oh, this is not a secret.
I feel like I'm Clark Kent taking off the glasses. Like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, babe, I'm revealing.
We knew.
Did you see the thing that I think it was Henry Cavill that did it? The Superman thing in New York. Where they were proving, because everybody made fun of the whole Superman's glasses, whatever. He literally stood. Henry Cavill stood under a giant poster in Times Square of Superman with his fucking face on it and just wore glasses and just stood there.
Didn't he slunch his shoulders though? Just a
don't
smidge, and
remember.
then that's all. And
Nobody got it.
no one knew. And then you feel like a fucking retard.
You're like, all right.
Damn, Clark
I mean,
can't do something.
More realistically, nobody cared because it's a DC movie.
Yeah, there's also that.
Very true. They've had a hard run. Well, better than Disney right now. Disney's killing it.
Oh, what do you mean? The Acolyte's some of the best cinema I've seen.
I love it. It's at like 12% right now. It's fucking.
I think it's finally over.
Yeah, it just ended. And yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
No, God, no.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't even-
on Twitter. The shit that posts up on Twitter is the only thing, and I've never
a critical
been
drinker.
Yes. Oh, dude, I love his. And I never watched his stuff before that. But
Oh, really?
No. Him and Nerdrotic.
He's funny as shit. I like his stuff.
I don't understand.
Oh,
How do you f that up?
with $170 million, I have no fucking clue.
It's like starving to death at a buffet. It doesn't make any sense. How do you fuck up Star Wars? You got space samurais and dudes that can't shoot. How do you fuck that up? That's the whole movie.
800 books that are written that the community is basically like, yeah, those are pretty good. It's like, just do any one of those.
Yeah, right. Just literally
fucking one of
copy
those.
paste it to cinema. You will win. Instead, it's like, no, we're changing it all up.
What if they decanonized it and then did their own thing, but put a chick in it and made her gay and lame?
Yeah. Let's headbutt license.
What if we made this?
chicken and make her fucking gay?
What if we made this more digestible for the people that aren't gonna watch it and already don't like it?
Let's headbutt lightsabers. Let's cut our hair with lightsabers. Let's force choke somebody for the first time ever. It is really bad.
Oh, and lesbian space witches that can basically make the Skywalker saga not matter at all.
At all.
Hold on. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched since The Mandalorian. Is there actually lesbian space witches?
I'm dead fucking serious.
Yeah,
my
that's a whole
God.
thing. That's what they miraculously concepted the 2 twins. So now that Anakin doesn't matter anymore. They're
Reality is getting so wild that the industry is just going to start making about a loving husband and wife going home after a date night and having sex.
That's gotta be a
Because that's
thing.
what's going to be more unrealistic at this point.
It's gotta be a thing.
Oh, I hate it
It's
so much.
just the basic dialogue. It's like, honey, I had some wine tonight. Yeah, I had some wine too. Would you like to have sex? Yes, I would. And people are like, oh shit.
Let's
Dude,
make a
Yo.
baby.
What?
Let's get it over. Timmy's got a soccer game in the morning.
Okay, honey.
It's 15 minutes of missionary light kissing.
15 minutes.
Oh, sorry. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, no.
It got really bad, but now it's over. $170 million gone, and I don't think they're
170 million?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
The $170 million. If you watch the last fight sequence, it is abhorrent because they just didn't. One of the Jedi dudes does the Matrix kick. He does the like part of it, and they're using really bad wiring though, so it looks really trashy.
I just hate that. Like, so the actor. This is what I really hate. The actor who's in Squid Game, that's also an acolyte.
Yep.
Apparently learned English for the fucking role. And oh yeah,
He has no. He has a. He's. Damn,
that's what I
crazy.
read. But it's like, dude, he loves Star Wars so much, so he wanted to be a part of it, and they cast him in this garbage.
Oh, that's sad.
You got collateraled on something that was not your fault.
That's why you gotta have respect for like Henry Cavill though, like ditching The Witcher because they're fucking ruining it, and he's like, I'm not partaking.
I
in
thought you
this.
meant learning English.
No, no, I just meant actors like acting in stuff they really care about, and he's
Yeah.
like, you guys are ruining this. I fucking quit.
Didn't they just like cancel half of all the Witcher shit that they were doing on Netflix?
Season 3 tanked, and that's when Henry Cavill, after reading that, he was like, "No, this is like nothing Geralt would do. This isn't following the books at all. Fucking what are we doing?" And then he was just sexist piece of shit, whatever it is. And then he's like, "Well, I'm not going to be in the next season." I think they canceled. Yeah, I think they canceled. Who was it? Which of the Hemsworth brothers? Liam was supposed to be the next Witcher, and they might have canceled that.
I think they cut it short. I think they were gonna like, we'll do it for 7 seasons. They're like, how about 1
more.
I'm so mad they didn't continue the Punisher series. It was so good.
Well, dude, they needed the budget for the Acolyte
Fucking Jesus.
Why did they? It was I forget why they canceled the
because it was
Punisher.
I think
originally
because
Netflix.
that was when it was Netflix, and it got bought out by Disney for all of the Marvel shit. And Disney's like, this is incredibly successful and everybody loves it. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Let's have lesbian space women.
No, they need a female Punisher now who's black and crippled
And blind.
and blind. Yeah, there you go.
It's wheeling.
Dude, it's
A shotgun goes off.
it's like that fucking
Shit, she
meme.
means business.
It's like that meme of the black guy in the wheelchair with the Flash.
Yeah. When they say Flash is disabled on your iPhone.
That's the one. Oh God.
Nick, when's your next video? You got like Band of Beavers,
Comes
the last
out.
one.
Well, I did my cocaine hippos, but those fat files.
was good.
I got a video coming out tomorrow.
I didn't even watch the cocaine.
It'll be up tonight on Pepperbox.
What is it?
It's about Operation Plumbob.
Which one was that?
Go on.
So Operation Plumbob was in 1957. The United States government decided to just fuck it. We ball in the desert with nuclear bombs, just straight up dicking around like
that's
they were
right. Yeah,
rednecks
yeah.
with fireworks. Like,
Based. Why can't my tax money go to that anymore?
bro, it was unhinged, the shit they did. Okay, so like they're just blowing up nukes in the desert, right? Just nuking shit in the they're like, give me 1,200 pigs. Cover half of them in burlap. I want to see if burlap stops radiation. Just blowing pigs up for no fucking like. The pigs died. It wasn't burlap. They're like testing different materials and like they're like, oh, we want to know if buildings stop nuclear bombs.
I want to know if you
Right.
sit inside of a. I want to know if you're inside a refrigerator, if you'll survive a nuclear explosion.
So shit like that. And then finally, this is also 1957, right? Like 45, the world found out about nukes. Then 49, a bunch of American communist sympathizing scientists gave the technology to the USSR. They got nukes, right? So by 57, everybody knows what nukes are. That's where they have like the black and white educational videos. There's that little fucking cartoon turtle telling the kids,
Duck and
remember
cover.
kids, what do you do when you see the Flash? Duck.
Die.
And cover. You know, telling kids that hiding underneath the fucking school desk is going to save them from a nuke. It's fine, right?
Pit Boys, Pit Boys based off
Exactly. Like it's what Fallout's based off of
Yeah.
is this era, the atomic age. And they fucking... So everybody knows about it, and they're like, okay, well, you guys are just detonating nukes out. Maybe it's not a good idea to put, you know, a fuck ton of radiation in the atmosphere. And the government's like, nah, it's fine. We have no evidence to prove that it would hurt anybody. It's like, well, yeah, you're also not looking for evidence, dickhead. Like,
Weird.
So they're like, no, it's fine. Watch this. Give me 5 volunteers and a camera guy. Don't tell the camera guy what he's doing. And they had 5 fucking army dudes that volunteered to stand underneath a nuclear bomb as it went off.
Probably privates.
Underneath.
No, they were like lieutenant colonels. So have you ever heard of the Genie air-to-air missile? So the
I don't think
Genie
so.
air-to-air missile, you got to remember 1957. There's no intercontinental ICBMs yet, right?
Not till
So the
90s.
only real threat of nuclear war would be if the Soviet Union sent bombers and planes over, right? So they're like, well, how are we going to handle all these planes? Because we don't have air-to-air missiles that are
God.
accurate yet.
So they're just gonna shoot a missile at
We
it.
don't have whatever. They're like, what if we shot a nuke at all their planes that had fucking nukes and just blew up all their planes first, right? I mean, it makes sense if you don't think about it. Like, you're flying a plane forward, all of a sudden, America spawns the fucking sun in front of you. What are you going to do? So that's what the Genie air-to-air missile is. It's a nuke that's just meant to take out all the Soviet planes. And, yeah.
In modern day, we call that an EMP.
So they blew that up at 18,000 feet, so about 3 miles above these guys' heads. And it's on video.
Wait, were they what were they under?
Nothing.
Wait, this is just them in the fucking
It's
open?
5 motherfuckers in the desert in their Class Bs with a fucking sign that says Ground Zero, Population 5. And they're looking up like... And then there's a flash, and then they're like... We lived! And then they shake hands and start lighting cigars, and they fucking dip. They didn't even tell the camera guy what he was doing that day.
Cameraman was just
George
Why do you
Yoshit-
have a sign that says Ground Zero?
Bro, the funny thing is they didn't even count him because there was 5 volunteers and he was the 6th. They're like, fuck that. He's a camera guy. He always lives. Fuck him. So they're
Jesus.
like, his name was George Yoshitake. I think he was actually,
he was Japanese.
yeah, he lived in
Irony.
PTSD on that one.
he lived in a Japanese internment camp during World War II. I think that's where he grew up or he was born. And
So he loved trusting
they
the
didn't even
government.
tell him because he filmed a bunch of other nuclear tests, and usually it's like, hey, we're gonna go 10 miles that way and fucking record off a tripod. And then he shows up and they're like, okay, so we're gonna drop it on top of you today. Fucking excuse me?
Hey, Tokyo, come here. Little Samsung capture up there. I know they were racist as shit to that kid, too.
So yeah, they detonated a nuke right over the top of 5 people, filmed the entire thing. It's in my video. You can also just Google it. They have footage of these 5 guys just getting a nuke detonated right over the top of them.
And then they lived. That is...
Yeah, they lived they were all, I think the earliest any of them died was 71.
Damn. Okay.
Because radiation up there probably...
I mean, it would have made it to them, but I mean, nuclear radiation, like they were exposed to it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and
so
it
they
dissipates
dipped.
really quick, too.
Yeah.
So like they were fine. And then
That's some balls.
after that, they're like, I still don't trust it. So the government's like, fucking fine. We'll quit blowing up nukes on the ground and in the atmosphere and under the
Start
ocean.
in the water. Yeah.
We're gonna start doing it in the ground, because
And then we made hydrogen bombs. Look, they're fine again. Okay.
oh no, they dug
Sink Islands.
They dug a 500-foot hole, and they blew up a nuke underground. Because what would go wrong?
what North Korea does now.
I'm not a fucking scientist, but like if you had to pick between lighting a firecracker on your hand or making a fist around it, fucking which one would you pick?
Congratulations. Well, that's right on the Arizona fault line. There isn't one. Not yet.
Fucking. So yeah, they tested it on a 500-foot hole, and they're like, they weren't trying to blow up a nuke, but because they were planning on shooting nukes with bombs to shoot down the planes, right? They're like, well, we need to know if the safety precautions in a nuke will withstand to getting blown up, right? So like, so we're gonna take a nuke, we're gonna put it in this 500-foot hole, and we're gonna put a regular bomb down there too, and we're gonna blow up the regular bomb, and in theory, the nuclear safeties will stop the nuke from going off, and it'll just be the regular bomb. So they're
Gotcha.
like, only one way to find out.
We gotta
So
test
they
it.
fucking put the nuke down there, put the bomb down there, blew it up. Nuke went off too. He shot blue flames 800 feet into the air.
Wait, is that the manhole one?
Yeah. So then the second one, they're like, oh, we should try it again.
I was just thinking if it didn't go off.
No.
Imagine being the fucking guy who's got to go retrieve it.
They just put it's like an IED expert.
You just
They
bury
just
it.
put Kevlar on him. He's like, like at that point, you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna be comfortable at least.
Yo, here's your safety glasses.
Like fuck.
OSHA's like, wait.
Yeah. So
Hard
then,
hat.
so then the second one,
PT belt.
they're like, well, all right,
we can see 'em.
maybe we should try to contain it a little bit more. So they put another nuke down there. This time they put 5 feet of concrete on top of it, like 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of concrete.
God
And
damn.
then 500 feet up, then they put a 2,000 pound manhole cover over the top of it and welded it shut.
2,000 pound. Okay, this is a
2,000 pounds.
giant fight. This is
Yeah,
not
no,
like
this
a.
isn't like
this
all
is not
the,
a manhole
all
cover.
the other
This-
YouTubers and memes and make you think they you put like a fucking Ninja Turtle manhole. No, it's a 2,000 pound 4-inch thick manhole cover.
they should have put a normal one
And
too.
then they put a high speed camera on it because, and I quote, according to Robert Brownlee, the head scientist, it was scientifically interesting.
He's like, this is gonna be cool.
He's not wrong.
they detonated it, and the manhole cover was so the camera, I think it was 1 frame per millisecond, so 1,000 frames a second. It captured the manhole cover in 1 frame. So we can't calculate how fast it was moving. We can only calculate the minimum speed it would have had to have been moving to only be caught in 1 frame, and that was 150,000 miles an hour.
At how much did it weigh?
2,000 pounds. It would have cleared the atmosphere in a second.
Thank God we didn't have a
So
space station
there's
at
like,
that point.
There's a really strong argument that manhole cover is actually the first man-made object in outer space.
Well, I mean, it's still going, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. If it,
Yeah.
but
Look,
once
it's-
it broke atmosphere, it does not slow down after that. It
Yeah,
just-
That is going to
yeah.
be like fucking like Nebulous 5 9/11.
yeah.
It's just it's going to hit some peaceful alien planet, and they're going to get pissed off and come
It's
kill
going to
us
hit
all.
Buenos Aires.
It turns around.
This is what starts the war with the bugs. Okay.
Oh, by the way, my favorite theory about that in Starship Troopers is you remember the scene where the chick that he was dating, the Air Force chick that wanted to be a pilot. and all
Cameron
that?
Diaz.
Yeah. Was it?
I saw-
No,
There's Dizzy and
it was
Yeah.
Cameron.
I
Maybe
saw
was it?
I saw the most accurate meme on the planet, and it was the 2 girls. It was his high school girlfriend and then the redhead. And
Yeah.
it was like,
I like everyone's
boys
Dizzy.
think the first girlfriend was better. Men know the second girlfriend was better. And I was like, damn, that's
Those
accurate.
are some of the first titties I ever seen, man.
Yep.
Right.
They were great.
The OG titties.
But the scene
PlayStation.
where she the scene where she's like avoiding the asteroid in the very beginning, people point out that was the meteor, and because she skimmed it in space thousands and thousands of miles away, she was the one who redirected the fucking asteroid, started the entire war in the first place because she was too cocky. You literally nuked Buenos Aires and started a fucking giant global war
I did not see that.
just because of empowerment.
Okay, hold on.
She was the box cutter, dude.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go,
Oh,
I'm gonna
the
go
three-
back to the manhole cover. Then we're gonna go back to Starship Trooper. I'm sorry. So like a lot of people on the internet are gonna get super fucking butthurt already because like they think the manhole cover burned up in the atmosphere. Because they didn't Google it and they think it's a normal manhole cover. It's not. It was 2,000 pounds. And then they're like, well, meteorites always burn up in the atmosphere. It's like, well, yeah. Meteorites also aren't made out of 2,000 pounds of refined fucking steel. Yeah.
There's
And
a process.
B, they're not moving at Mach 197. And C, meteorites also don't always burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah, they impact Earth all the time.
Yeah, like fucking tell the dinosaurs that. Yeah,
Well,
anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
That was. I don't think anybody can.
it's a good chance
was,
we beat the Russians into outer space with a manhole cover on accident because we turned the planet into a fucking. Oh, so here's the best part. The
love
reason
Nick history time.
The reason that it shot the manhole cover up at the speed that it did was because the nuke was inside of a sealed compartment, right? And it turns out that when you detonate a nuke with 4,000 pounds of concrete directly on top of it, it vaporizes the concrete instantly. And the gas of the concrete gets superheated. And the superheated gas expands. They turned the Earth into a fucking potato gun and heated this manhole cover into outer space.
Holy shit.
That's awesome.
That, and then they got,
And then hundreds of thousands of people got cancer.
All right, so back to Dizzy's tits.
no, how many people did?
Everyone except Boogie.
No, that's the worst part of the story. So they had 18,000 soldiers that were just like in trenches while they were detonated nukes like from a mile away because they just wanted to like
Walk towards it. They literally walk towards it.
It's on video. Like dudes
Walk
in
away.
trenches, the wave passed and they're like, now walk towards the nuke. And like all those fucking dudes got cancer, and then
Those were privates.
the nukes,
It's okay.
all the towns that were within like hundreds of miles because they were launching radiation straight up into the atmosphere in the beginning. They were just getting fucking because nuclear radiation dissipates after like 48 hours, like it decays. But you're supposed to go inside and hide for that 48 hours. And they detonated over 1,000 nuclear warheads between like the 1940s to the 1980s. So like these towns that were close by, like they just kept getting exposed to radiation over and over and over again. And they never fucking told them. So all these people ended up having like really highly elevated levels of leukemia and thyroid cancer. And they finally passed in what the fuck is it called? It's like the Radiation Compensation Act, and they passed it in 1990. If you were a soldier, you could get 75 grand one-time lump sum, and if you were a civilian nearby, you could get 50 grand one-time lump sum.
This is at 40 years later, which is hilarious.
40 years later, if you were still alive and you could prove it, then, all right, we'll give you 50 grand and you could fuck off. Also worth pointing out, the government only gets money from taking it from you anyways. So the government took your money, used it to poison you, and then paid you off with your own fucking money. Go
Here's
fuck
a
yourself.
Camaro.
Yeah.
After 40 years.
Eat a dick. Like, I fucking hate everything.
That's also one of the crazier stats too, because a lot of people don't know how many nukes have been set off. Some people think like, oh, well, 2, like, because well, yeah, we used 2 on Japan. But like in nuclear testing, it's like, okay, maybe what, like a dozen, 2 dozen? It's like, no,
thousands.
Like, in all of human history, I think it's like 2,000 nukes.
Yeah, for sure. America's
like
over
that.
1,000 by itself, plus the USSR had a ton of testing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And the nukes that were used in Japan with all that destruction, that was 18 kilotons versus the largest one ever was 50 megatons, and that's the SAR. But that, like, and the stark difference between those two explosions, massive, fucking massive.
I think they said the Tsar Bomba was like, if you look at a map of Russia, it was like as far away from anybody as you could get up in Siberia. And when they detonated it, there was windows that broke like in Poland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it was insane.
Lyshanka or something like that.
I'm not sure of the city. I
Why did
do
I
know
remember
that
that? It's a
when
weird.
the first nuke that went off, they didn't think it was going to go off, and they'd never detonated a nuke underground. It was supposed to be a 1 kilogram explosion. It ended up being a 1.7 kiloton explosion. So it was about 50,000 times bigger than they were anticipating. Apparently seismic equipment from all over the globe could sense that nuke going off underground.
Like,
That's one of my
Fucking
favorite bits
whoops.
is like all of America is like looking at their seismic charts and shit like that. They're like, so Russia's got one. Either that or the Earth just randomly did that. But yeah, we're pretty sure.
Russia has one, we think.
Hey, Eli! What you doing?
You're just filing taxes.
Well, that's not what my taxes look like, but either way, I'm here to talk to you about ExpressVPN.
Why are you here?
Oh, I see you're using incognito mode. Did you know incognito mode won't hide what kind of taxes you're filing?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every website you've ever visited. Do you want people to know these are the kinds of taxes you're filing, Eli?
Wait, are you in my house?
What makes you ask that? Gesundheit! It doesn't matter if you get your internet through Verizon or AT&T or your local internet service provider. In the US, internet service providers can legally sell your information to ad companies.
Leave me alone.
Were the taxes I sent you not good enough for you, Eli?
I don't want to see your taxes.
Just visit the link at expressvpn.com/unsub and you could get 3 months free on a 1-year package.
That's expressvpn.com/unsub.
Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET and Mashable. That's expressvpn.com/unsub to learn more.
That's there was that asteroid, and it was 1800 or 1918 or 1970, the one meteor that came in and did the got superheated, exploded, and did 9 megatons or 12 megatons over
Jesus Christ.
A forest and a part of a city and flattened it. And we had no idea at that time, like,
Because it was
nukes
just
weren't-
remote as fuck.
Yeah, and nukes weren't they didn't exist. So you just had this meteorite come in, explode into the megatons. And again, we didn't hit that until the 1960s and bombs, and it just no one knew what the happened. Scientists
Damn,
were like,
nature, you scary.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to get upset?
I always.
So America, so the USSR basically got given all the information on how to build a nuke by communist sympathizing American scientists. And like the main guy responsible is this dude by the name of Klaus Fuchs. I swear to God, that's his name. But he looks like this, and you're just like, yeah, I can see you being a communist sympathizer.
Yeah, he looks like the fucking guy who went after Wendigoon.
Yeah.
Is he wearing
He
one?
definitely
In the
runs
Rays
a
of
Just
Shadows.
look at him.
Yeah.
He's the one on that podcast that shit talks us, right?
He has a punchable face.
Yeah.
Back Pfeifengeist.
Back Pfeifengescheiße.
Tunguska event, large explosion in 1908, between 3 to 50 megatons.
Jesus Christ.
If you like
When is that?
1908, dude, there was just a forest with nothing existing anymore. They're like,
So
what happened here? And at that time, 1908, you have no fucking clue. It's just something came into the sky, exploded, and destroyed everything.
I wish I
Squirrels.
would have read up on it before this podcast, but there was an event in World War I where the British had undermined the German position for like
Yep.
years. They spent digging a tunnel underneath the German position and just ferrying gunpowder into it.
Yep.
And blew it up all at once. And it was like an insane amount of gunpowder in this explosion. It ended up killing like 10,000 German soldiers all at once.
What was that?
The Battle of Petersburg in the Civil War was the same thing.
Yes.
Where they did a giant fucking powder charge underground and tried to detonate it and blow up the enemy army.
Didn't it blow up like the enemy army? Or
I don't remember. So that was one my Civil War history. I used to be really, really into that time period for like history shit, but I'm a little rusty on it.
which is a most gangster military. That's like going to Iraq and we like see a neighborhood and we're like, okay, we're going to tunnel. We're going to plant a bunch of C4 under that little block.
It was called the Petersburg Crater.
It's just worse in like World War I because it's like, all right, we're just holding the line. You guys hold this line. Hey, Eli, hold the line for 3 years while I dig this trench. Like, you know the level of confidence I gotta have in Eli to fucking for 3 years while I dig a tunnel.
I'm not going to see you in 3 years. I'm going to come out. You're going to look different. I'm going to look different. You done, bro? Yeah, it's done.
Wait, Trout. Fuck. Are you going on a date?
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you? You look like a substitute teacher.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
He's going to go upstairs and change after he got to look nice.
You were wearing a Budweiser cutoff and something in your brain went, you know what Nick would like more if I went and got my checkered button up.
He's
Fuck
just
you.
trying to impress you.
He would impress me more before.
You just have to be who you are.
You want to hang out with this friend group? You dress nice, we bully.
The sentence Cody addressed me with yesterday on the podcast was, fuck you, Trout.
So what actually happened on the Petersburg thing, so after weeks of preparation, July 30th, it was Union forces trying to do it to blow up Confederates. They said they were trying to blow a gap in Confederate defenses in Petersburg. Instead of being a decisive advantage to the Union, this precipitated in a rapid deterioration in the Union position. Unit after unit charged into and around the crater, where most of the soldiers milled in confusion at the bottom of the crater. Grant considered this failed assault as, quote, the saddest affair I have witnessed in this war. Yeah, they got a fucking 3-1 KD on that one. They didn't do well.
Whoops.
Yeah, it was a cool idea on paper.
That poor guy. that was like, it's going to work.
A lot of men have died for somebody saying it was a cool idea on paper.
Yeah. There's a lot of directions for that joke.
A lot of people's last words.
I mean, it was like, we can all agree the masks were a good idea.
I can't see out this thing.
Man, fuck y'all.
She worked hard on it.
Don't ask me or mine for nothing.
This is one of the greatest movie scenes ever.
Completely irrelevant to the movie, too.
It's so funny, though.
That's as it should be. We just watched Sab put on Inglourious Bastards 2 days ago, and I forgot just how good it is until you watch it. The just how he writes dialogue and the interactions in the bear juice scene. It's just how violent all that is.
The realest scene in that whole movie is like, you'll be shot for this. Nah, more like chewed out. And I've been chewed out before.
I've been chewed out before.
The best scene on the planet.
I've been chewed out before.
Gorlami.
Arriba dirt J.
Buongiorno.
Yeah, you're going to take that Nazi uniform off, and that's what I was thinking. Reveal.
Stuff.
Hitler's looking fucking perfect.
Man, we are just tickled to death to hear you say that.
It's so good. It's such a good movie, and he has one more movie coming out to complete his.
Has he decided what it is yet?
I don't believe so.
Because he wanted to do 10, right?
Yeah, and that's his 10th, right? Yes, number 9 was
Hateful Eight.
no.
It's got to be another
Upon a
Kill Bill, doesn't it?
No, he had his 3, and then
Because Once Upon a Time was not that great. I'm sorry.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's not good.
I liked it. It was
skip
okay. I didn't like it. Wasn't I didn't love it, but it was. I didn't know it was about the Manson murders.
The only good parts
Nobody
are when
did until you
Brad-
did.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, well, that would have
nobody
been
did until they were
cool.
outside in a van, and then I looked over at my wife and I was like, "This is about fucking Manson murders," and she's like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "I just know this part of the story." Like,
I mean,
It's
the-
about
the-
to get violent.
The best parts of it are when Brad Pitt's in it, honestly, and that's
Yeah.
only like 15 minutes of the entire
Right.
2.5-hour movie.
What? I thought Brad Pitt was a major character.
Isn't more
Not
of that?
really.
I thought, right?
Was it?
He was like the side character.
it's like
but
the side
sidekick.
character whose story is more interesting than the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know any of
Yeah.
that. It's the only
The
one I
rest
haven't
is-
watched.
The rest is just Leo going through a very meta
Yeah,
collapse as like a fading star.
it's literally like, what if Leonardo DiCaprio was born in 1930? That's the whole movie.
I'll have to watch
It's got some good one-liners in it. The whole the Bruce Lee thing is like, my hands are lethal weapons. I kill someone in an accident. I go to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah, everybody
That's
does
a Brad
that.
Pitt scene.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Brad
he
Pitt's
throws
the
him
only
in the
good
car.
parts. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
anybody
well,
kills somebody
apparently-
on accident, they go to jail. It's called
apparently-
manslaughter.
Apparently, Bruce Lee's family was actually mad at the movie about that.
That's what I heard.
Because they thought that it was like shit talking Bruce Lee to say that some random army veteran could go toe to toe with them or whatever. They were pretty upset.
And that's what that I know. Oh my God, the director's name just left my brain.
Tarantino?
He was paying homage to Bruce Lee because he loves those style of movies. He's like, no, it's not about that. It was the daughter that got super pissed about it all. It's like, my dad would have taken that guy. It's like, it's a movie. Calm the fuck down. The Manson people get murdered viciously in this one.
It's parody. Just like when you dress up like a Nazi in something.
Oh, I had a question for you guys.
Answer.
Okay, here's a question. You get 2 celebrities to bring on Unsub. What are the 2 celebrities that you would pick
At the same time?
No, doesn't have to be the same time.
Because that can get fun.
No, just one episode. Or so like one episode at a time. You get 2 celebrities that you could bring on to Unsub with it's the 4 hosts and that celebrity. You get 2 picks. Who are your 2?
I'm gonna go with Post Malone for one of them.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Good.
Post Malone's a good one.
Oh man, Shane Gillis would be cool too.
Shane Gillis would be great.
I feel like we can get Shane. I feel like that's
I feel like it's
that's
possible.
Very much possible. This is like pie in the sky.
Yeah.
Ryan
Anything.
Reynolds. I
That's
would love to have Ryan Reynolds on.
Those 2 right there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
Ryan
to
Reynolds, Henry Cavill.
Who else?
Yeah, those 2.
Ooh.
Is this where we tell our people to go out and
to-
bully them on their socials?
Yes.
Say, like,
Yes, this is what I'm doing.
Hey,
secretly.
welcome, guys. Make
This is
sure
what
you
I'm
go.
secretly doing. Yeah.
All right, you come back to me. I got to think about this one a
Okay.
little bit more. But Ryan Reynolds is on there.
I would do Big H, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that'd be
Tom
good.
Cruise would be a good one.
Dude, Tom
actually.
Cruise.
Tom
I
Cruise
would
would be
not know
dope.
it. Tom Cruise in the middle. I'm like, hi, Tom Cruise. Welcome, Tom Cruise, to
Bro,
subscribe, Tom Cruise.
So what the fuck is the deal about Scientology?
Tom Cruise is
We're
like
all in Scientology by the end of it.
he's like sleeper best podcast ever. I feel like he's actually super fun to go drinking with.
Everyone, dude, you watch his interactions or how people speak about him on set.
Everybody
He is-
loves him. Apparently, oh god, I think it's Tom Cruise. Where if you work with Tom Cruise, you
cake.
get a birthday cake for the rest of your life.
for the rest of your life. He, Tom Hanks actually brought it on.
Yeah.
What's the Good Mythical Morning? The other show where the cook. Tom Hanks brought the Tom Cruise cake to eat for one of the meals, and he explained it. He's like, as long as you've ever worked with Tom Cruise a single time, you will always have a birthday cake. no
Like,
matter
what do you mean work with? Like cast and crew?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
No
All of
shit.
And they are these are apparently like the
How much
best.
does this guy
high-
spend on cake? a year?
Yeah, how much is he worth?
I mean, still, that's kind of crazy when you look at the end of your your bank statement. You got a fucking $300,000 cake bill.
So my two. My first one is directly my first one I picked, and then I thought about it, and it only got better because Cody's here. My first one was my
Derek
favorite.
Chauvin.
My favorite rapper of all
Gang.
time,
The Tupac.
Ice Cube.
Okay.
I would love to have a podcast with Ice Cube, the man that popularized the phrase "fuck the police" and donut operator.
We got that thumbnail already.
I'm just glaring the whole time. Trying to find my service weapon the entire time.
Taser.
I think I'd pick Shaq for my second one.
Oh, Shaq's
Really?
awesome.
Shaq's hilarious.
He didn't come to our fucking buyback.
Yeah, dude, Shaq or
I bet
Charles
Shaq,
Barkley.
Shaq had come to range day.
Charles Barkley? With them big old women in San Antonio?
Dude, Charles Barkley would be a fucking blast. Other two really good ones though.
Chris Pratt is my other one.
Oh,
He's a good one.
Pratt would
Chris
be
Pratt.
a really good one.
I feel like we
Trout,
might could
thank
get
you.
him.
I think you got.
Freshman.
I feel like we've
you.
got a chance.
Belittle him again for his outfit though, since he's a nice friend.
Yeah, I appreciate the accountant giving me a fucking
Trout,
drink.
can
I
I?
wear a button-up shirt with long sleeves and a big
A button-up
this.
doesn't count
Watch
when
this.
it smells like cigarettes.
Watch this. There's no way a guy with a button-up shirt can get me a Bush or a Bush Light. See, I told you.
Everyone, Trout looks nice. Let's fucking heckle him.
Thanks. I walked down the stairs and Cody's eyes glistened at the
Can I
sight of me.
have whatever we have to drink,
And
please?
hard cuts to us punching Trout on the ground.
Fucking nerd.
It's like, what? You look good today.
Why did
It
I
was the
twist his
1980s. So what did I do? I was trying to impress you guys.
What the fuck is that?
Voodoo
Is it an
Ranger?
IPA? No, I don't like beer that tastes like shit.
Yeah, no. Thank you. I hate IPAs.
I don't like IPAs either.
I don't mind craft beer if it's like a porter or
Sour.
a red or
Sour.
whatever. I don't like sours either. I just like
I like sours.
I don't know. I just don't like beers that are sour. That's
I'm not
gross.
a big beer drinker, to be honest.
Nah. I wake up fucking swollen. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm already allergic to gluten, so my hair I have dandruff.
Legend
It's
has
just
it that
terrible.
being a beer drinker is worth 419 extra votes.
That's
407 would have done. Would have done
It
it.
would have been enough.
so now the community has to go. Oh,
It took me a second. I was like, "Aw."
community.
Oh. Every time Eli says community, you got to take a drink.
Yeah, we've.
I forget
established
when
a
I
new
made
rule.
that a game, but yeah,
Same. We were drunk, probably.
probably. What, us? No.
Now go bully them into actually being on the podcast. If you
Yeah,
go
do
and
that.
just tag it on IG, Twitter, and everything, it's a great idea.
I changed my answer. Chris Pratt, I feel like we could probably get organically. I mean, we got Jack Carr, and he's a gun guy. I feel like we can get
Yep.
him. I changed my answer. Elon Musk.
I'm optimistic we could get Ice Cube.
I would love to get Ice Cube.
Bro, Ice Cube would be so cool to get on.
Cody's not on that episode.
Well, no, he'd probably look at our episodes
I
and
bet
be
it'd
like,
be fine.
that guy's on there? Fuck, no.
Like, you get a shit talking
bet
for
it'd be
2
fine.
hours, though.
Dude, have you heard Ice Cube's him and God, Ice Cube comes out with like one song a year now, but he just came out with another song with Dub C and Snoop Dogg. It's so good. So good.
I didn't even know he still was making music. To be
He
honest.
is. It's
No shit.
fantastic. Oh God, it's so much better than anything else right now for rap.
That's that's not very hard.
I know,
don't
but
know
still,
music.
he's like 57. He's out rapping all the kids.
Yeah. I mean, shit, Donald Trump's out rapping the kids now. Do you see that AI cover of Many Men? I didn't think I needed to hear him say,
For the hole and that for fucking with me.
but here we are.
We're going to see if that even makes it to Pepperbox.
It won't.
Or it will. And we watch Brandon's career
It
tank.
won't. Strategic covering of my mouth with the microphone. Hey, they made Donald Trump say it through AI. You could do the same with me.
Chase is like,
Oh shit! Speaking of AI being scary,
terrifying.
no, I'm sorry, I'm drunk and I'm spacing out on his name. Who's the
ChatGTP.
No, the Marine that we bring out to all the different things.
ChatGTP.
No,
GTP?
Influencer Marine.
Zach?
No, like news type shit. Like more generalized news type
Tenet?
things. He does a lot of shorts. He's big on TikTok. Gray hair.
Oh,
Shit. Dunlap.
Kagan. Yeah.
Kagan Dunlap. He had a short come out the other day where it was like somebody used AI to fake him supporting some scam to like scam military members.
You're shitting me.
No, it was like, and it looked real. Like it
Holy
looked,
shit,
it,
scamming's going to get... Oh, I never
it
thought
looked-
about
it
that.
looked
Did you
like
see
a
the one
real
with Mr.
TikTok,
Beast?
and it was framed as an ad of him being like, "Yeah, these guys help you get better benefits and blah 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 blah." And he's like, "That I did not fucking do that. That's AI." It was horrifying.
Did you see the Mr. Beast one that happened like a year ago?
No, that's... Oh, my God. I didn't even think
It was
about
literally
that whole
like
thing.
it was, "Hey, I'm Jimmy from Mr. Beast. I'm letting you," says name, like letting you know that you just won our giveaway for a $10,000 blah 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 blah. Like it was a scam, but it was seriously like a somewhat passable video of Jimmy giving like a giveaway announcement thing.
Dude, old people are fucked.
Yeah,
They're going to...
it's gonna be like A Quiet Place for them or Bird Box. You just can't go on the internet. Don't go outside.
Speaking of old people, I accidentally became really elitist the other day.
Against them or for them?
Against them.
I've...
Against people voting, period. On accident.
I just don't want them driving.
Well,
you know?
No, I was at fucking Verizon, and I was like, I had a problem with my phone, like a real problem. Like it wasn't connecting to 5G at all. And I went in and they were like helping me. And it was later in the day. It was me and some other dude in like a high vis dirty shirt that you could tell just got off of his construction job. And we were all just kind of like bullshitting while they were fixing our problems. And this older woman comes in, older white woman, probably late 60s, early 70s.
Big glasses.
And she walks in with a power strip, like the full fucking power strip with the toggle switch that you plug into the wall. You get 7 more plugins. She walks in with that
it's already exciting.
and a phone charger. And I'm just looking. I'm engaged.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. I'm like something dope is about to happen right now. Oh shit! I'm looking.
That's the thing. You just tell the other guy to shut the fuck
And
up.
she walks up to the third
That's a
not
yo,
Verizon
yo.
person working, and she goes, "I have a question for you." And I go, "This is gonna be good."
Like
And she
militant
goes,
like that?
Oh yeah. She's
Oh
like,
boy,
"This charger you guys sold me doesn't work."
that's not a question,
She's
ma'am.
got the charger and a fucking surge protector in her hand. And he goes, what do you, like you plug it in and it doesn't charge your phone? And she goes, "No, it doesn't plug in." And he goes, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "And you know how the charging blocks for cell phones, the prongs fold in now?" I swear to God, the Verizon worker goes, "Oh," and folds out the fucking prongs and plugs it in for her. And she goes, "Thanks," and walks out. And
She drove there.
It's dead quiet for 7 years. It was probably 5 seconds, but it felt like 7 years of my life. And I just go, is nobody going to fucking talk about how stupid that woman is? And they all just start laughing. She gets to vote, and it counts for as much as mine does.
She just didn't fold out the little.
She didn't know how to. It's a fucking one-piece puzzle with one moving piece. It moves this fucking far. She can't figure it out.
And it's visible. You can see it.
I'm more impressed she brought the.
She got in a 3,000-pound vehicle that burns liquid dinosaur to create a fucking explosive reaction to shove a piston into a camshaft to move wheels down a road that was paved to not know how to plug in a fucking phone block. And she gets to vote. I've been having an existential crisis about this for like the past 4 days.
To be fair, about 110 years ago, that wasn't the case.
The fucking NPC, dude.
Not saying it was a mistake, but
Oh my god, damn! Finn came down. Finn's like, what the?
I heard Nick yelling out.
Come here, I gotta pee real quick.
Old people will straight up walk into a cell phone store and be like, my Facebook's broken. Okay? And they'll like
Go
look
on.
at it and they'll be like, yeah, I got a new phone and now my Facebook doesn't work.
have you downloaded the app?
You're not logged in. I don't know what that means. You don't know your own login to Facebook?
Did your grandson do
I
it?
can't help you. What do you mean you can't help me? You're the cell phone people and Facebook is on the cell phone. Why don't you know my login to Facebook? And they get fucking pissed at the cell phone
That
workers.
happened all the time. People would be I would help them out depending if I was going to make some fucking money. And I would have recurring customers who, if I sold their family, $3,000 worth of phones, maybe I would be half inclined to help them get the shit set up. But yeah, people would come in, these boomers would come in all the time.
What's my password?
And yeah, they would genuinely be like, what's my password? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Sir, what is the purpose of a password? It's so I don't know it.
It was a wonderful experience. I loved every minute of it. Fucking old people and technology.
I know there's no they don't watch the podcast, so we're good.
Yeah, no.
They're the only ones that get truly mad at on the road, like truly mad. And that is the only time you will see like true anger in Eli is those. We had one yesterday in the roundabout. I pull up to the roundabout because old lady is going through roundabout. What does she do when she comes to my vehicle? Stops to let me go.
Well, that's polite.
No.
Same thing. I know where he's going with this.
If you try to be polite at a stop sign, you're a dickhead.
Fuck you.
Just
I
go
hate
in
that
order.
shit so much.
Yes. Yes.
You fuck the whole system up.
Yep.
We go in a rotation. This is law and order. Law and order. You try and be polite. Let somebody go. You everything up.
Roundabout,
I'll
you
go
cause accidents.
I'll go the other way on that one too. It's the people who also like. I'd rather somebody be too polite at a stop sign than the people who at like outside my neighborhood the other fucking day. This little dick bag scooted behind the guy like to go like it was a 4-way stop, and he scooted in behind the dude like going 2 at a time. No, not me. I chased him down and I shot him.
Not your wait your fucking turn.
I saw.
It's the only thing that separates us from the apes.
Road rage is my only time I get fucked. Sav does not like riding with me because I am very aggressive driver. If you were a bad driver, which naturally everyone but me is a bad driver. So you're just on the freeway yelling.
Depends on the day. Depends on the
You're
day
just
with me.
yelling at people in the slow lane. I'm like, I know I'm going to pass this old person going 68 in the 75. And I'm going to look at them. I'm going to fucking make contact with them. I'm going to flip them off as I drive by. And then I'm going to get as close as possible because I know my vehicle and I know how to cut somebody off without fucking my car up.
that Chinaman made a gesture.
Yeah. Those goddamn Asians don't know how to drive.
Eli, have you heard about RAYCON's everyday E25 earbuds? Eli! You must have had the noise cancellation on.
I did.
I couldn't hear anything. Just like I wish I couldn't feel anything.
Oh, you mean these ones? Yeah. And I also thought, whoa, those are the same audio quality as the big guys, but for half the price. But if you haven't pulled the trigger on these little guys, do it.
Plus, they have a 32-hour battery life, meaning your days of raw dogging flights are over. And 10 minutes of charging yields you 90 minutes of battery.
Wait, it has a quick charge function?
That's what I just said.
Also, Raycon just launched their updated models of the everyday earbuds. Weatherproof and or sweat resistant. I actually use these over anything else just because they're tiny every freaking gym session.
I use mine for everyday chores.
Like?
Ignoring the SWAT team at my door.
Their upgraded model will blow you away.
You're going to be asking yourself why you didn't check them out sooner.
Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. So what are you waiting for?
Call to action.
Go to buyraycon.com/unsub to get 15% off of your order plus free shipping.
That's right. You'll get 15% off and free shipping over at buyraycon.com/unsub.
I'm like, whoa, are you talking about armor or what?
Yeah. Yes, Nick.
Anyways, jousting.
We were, I consider myself, there's a lot of people on the internet think like I'm, full of hate and all this other stuff because, they're gay. But you're all right. I consider myself a genuinely pretty laissez-faire guy. Not a lot. It takes a lot to really get me going. Like I never get mad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna hit me.
Yeah. Not this time.
Not this time.
But no, that I didn't used to road rage until fucking San Antonio. In San Antonio, I probably yell in my truck at least twice a week.
It's not that bad here because people, generally speaking, are going fast and they're reckless. I went home for 5 days back to Indiana, and holy shit, I forgot what it's like when people drive 10 under the speed limit. So, the roads around here, the one to get into the neighborhood, the speed limit's 55? Because it's
That's in
relatively straight.
It's like a suburb. Texas, for the most part, is trying to say the cops. If you're going 85, cops 90, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Driving past you.
I was actually going to bring this up because I did this today. I was I finally found the one thing that is more crazy about Texas than Iowa. Because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I came here and I was like, "This is not that big of it." Your gun laws aren't as cool as Iowa's.
Or Indiana.
It's not nearly as crazy as I thought it would be. Except for the speed limits. The speed limits here are fucking wild. I was on the frontage road going to Bunker Branding, and I was I'm 30 feet from people's front doors, and I was going 45, and I was I should probably slow down a little bit.
Oh, no.
And then a speed limit sign is the speed limit's 55. I was I'm going 10 under. Fuck it. It was wild. This is crazy.
Kids are playing the road back from Demolition Ranch, dude. If the speed limit's 55 and there are turns on that where if you're going 55, you're every time I go around, this is how I'm gonna die. I'm predicting my death on air, live to them. I will die in a head-on collision in that sharp turn on the way to Matt's ranch with an Amazon truck. Every single fucking time I go around that bend, without fail. If I'm going there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there have been times, for Tiny Guns, where I went there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Every time I crest that curb, I go, not today, not today, not today, not today. Giant fucking Mercedes van coming around the corner because you want to have your deodorant delivered tomorrow, you piece of shit.
Honestly, worth it.
Yeah. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
Even the neighborhood here's 35 miles an hour, I think. 35 for this area is.
Yeah. Yeah, because the road to get in here that runs parallel to a bunch of neighborhoods, we're in suburbia. 55 miles an hour, in Equitable Road in Indiana when I was back home. Indiana's flat as fuck. Just laser straight, completely flat. The speed limit's 35, and I was stuck behind some old person
That's
going
Iowa.
12.
Let me guess, they were driving a Buick.
Yeah, of course. A champagne Buick.
God, that's one thing that drives me fucking crazy about the Midwest. Is that just the low speed limits. Taking a rental car up in Indiana, the times I've been up there, Jesus, it's a fucking nightmare.
And it is corn, just corn. And it's 2 lanes though. But it's still 50 is the speed limit.
I-10 out in West Texas, it's 85 miles an hour.
I've done this thing in Iowa for 20 years straight where I get out of my car and I lock the doors and I come back out and my windows aren't broken and my car's still there. It's fucking dope.
The secret is to drive around a 2003 Ford Ranger that's a piece of shit. Nobody even looks at my truck.
You still put blocks in the back when you park on the slanted driveway? Wait, what?
Oh, you just reminded me. I put bricks to cover my license plate when we were filming earlier today, and I did not take them off.
The neighbor has a pickup truck in their front.
Oh no, even better. He got a preemptive strike on that Amazon truck.
Going around the corner, brick bounces.
Oh, fuck. Chase, if you're watching the news and find out somebody died from a brick,
Put it up on screen.
oh, shit. No, I did buy a rubber chalk for my truck because I would get bullied for the fact that I would put on my parking brick.
It's parking brake, Connor. Damn.
I get those mixed up all the time.
Iowa, Indiana, Ohio, Idaho, whatever.
Well, I didn't know my parking brake didn't work until I came down to Texas because Indiana is the flattest place on the goddamn planet. So it never came up. And then the driveway here is at like a 75-degree angle. So I got out, I put it in first and got out. And usually just being in gear was good enough. And the first time I got out of it, the first time I parked in the driveway, it just like slowly started rolling back down. I was like, fuck.
This is the first time I've ever seen a driveway in Texas that was already pre-studded with those like rock climbing colored rocks. That's how you get to the front fucking door.
Manual is not fun if you've parked and you have to go up. And you're like, I need to pull the car forward. You're like, "Whoa!" Dump the clutch.
And
park.
yeah, second gear doesn't work in my truck, so I have to go first or third. Also getting stuck in fucking San Antonio traffic. Dude, my ankles were getting a hork out.
And then you have Cody who just bought a semi truck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus fuck, dude.
Cody, come back. I want your opinion on some things.
Get back in here, you
I
sexy
need
boy.
Cody's specific opinion on some things.
Dude, that semi truck you can't park
Has
anywhere
had
now.
the unique privilege of driving around my 4Runner for a week while his car was in the shop. How was that, Cody?
That is the slowest fucking vehicle I've ever driven.
Isn't
in
it
my life.
great?
No, I hate it. It's horrible.
Bro.
He said the
Wait,
car
did the
sex
people
was
come
so
clean it?
bad.
Bro. Yeah, they did. Oh, they did great.
Can we give them? Do you have the number on there? I will give that dude a shout out for because he charges too. That was $70
For
That's worth it.
He details like the ever living.
That was $70.
Yeah,
Bro, my 4Runner's spotless right now. It's insane.
like he waxes, details the interior, exterior. Homeboy is a god, and it's him and his wife. It's a Mexican couple. They kill it. And I don't have a
a
goddamn
Mexican couple in San Antonio.
Surprise! What is their goddamn number, Cody? I texted to you.
I love how like Eli just whips out his credit cards that he's going through like live in front of the
not my
camera.
credit.
What's wrong with my 4Runner, Cody?
What?
It's got the power of a 4-cylinder and the gas mileage of a V8 all wrapped up in a V6 engine, okay?
Yeah, dude. You're welcome for the detail. I just came in it a little bit. It's okay.
God damn it! Now I need to
Did you have sex in my car before I did?
No.
You mother.
No, he said it was too small.
Roadhead doesn't count.
He actually was like, "It's too small" because he has a fucking semi truck now.
Hey, my truck is
Did you get that
awesome.
Shelby?
Yeah.
It's hot.
The box.
Parked out front now.
I tell you, I'm going to look at a 66 Impala the day I get back.
Really?
It's fucking hot.
Okay.
Oh, it's hot.
I still need to get mine restored.
Yes, you do.
Mine is restored.
Oh,
Wait, what?
man.
Holy fuck, dog!
What's the price?
Holy
It's clean as fuck too. It's gonna be dope.
What's the price on that?
as Nick as it gets.
33?
Oh,
It's not bad at all.
dude. No, yeah.
It's got a 396. It doesn't have 454. That'd have been cooler, but
Is Nick going to beat you to the Supernatural car?
No, wrong year, wrong color.
60
wrong year, wrong color.
Gorgeous interior. Why are you in automatics? I'm gonna let that slide.
I mean, you don't really get to pick when it's
Dude,
66.
that's gorgeous.
Dude, it's hot.
Holy fuck.
You want to know what my wife said? It's ugly.
Huh.
That's why she's your ex-wife.
Too bad. We're conceiving our third
With
kid.
my gay van.
Did I send you the Reddit sombrero post?
No.
Oh my God. It was this dude that was just berating people about Halloween costumes and how offensive cultural appropriation is and blah, 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 blah. And he had a picture of a person
So he's an
dressed up
asshole.
like a Native American chief. And then he had a picture of somebody dressed up as like the stereotypical like Mexican in a poncho with a sombrero.
Naturally.
And he's like, these are highly offensive. And somebody that was Hispanic wrote a fucking paragraph and a half just ripping this dude apart. He's like, first of all, I can kind of understand the point about the Native American part with the headdress, because I know the headdress is like, you know, you're a chief. It's an honorary thing. Like you have to earn that. It's similar to like stolen valor and like wearing a Medal of Honor around your neck. So I can kind of maybe see the argument there, especially if it wasn't Halloween. Culturally, as a Hispanic person, let me tell you right now, the sombrero has a lot of deep cultural meaning, mainly that it's fucking hot out. And that's about it. And I don't want the sun on me. It was so funny. I thought I sent it to you. Damn it.
No Mexican's gonna, dude. If I like Cody walked up and I'm like, you son of a bitch, you got a pot. I would be like, yo, that's a. Cody would probably buy a really nice poncho. I'm like, Jog, what is that made out of? That sombrero's dope too. No one's gonna get mad at that shit. Rice hat, no one's gonna get mad about that shit.
Hispanics are legitimately some of the most like laid back people with that shit.
They're lazy about it.
God damn it.
Camera punch.
The whites are uncomfy, Eli.
Oh yeah, I mean, Nick's looking at his fucking cap. He's like, yeah, that's
It's not even that. It's just like, bro, I did construction for a decade before I got this job. And let me tell you, I've never met a group of people that can outwork me under the fucking table while I'm trying and also not make it look hard at the same time. It's horrifying.
It's like those videos of them like throwing the spackle and like
Bro,
that.
you-
oh, dude, that is insane.
That's
Dude,
wild.
You want to hear some crazy shit? The first journeyman I ever worked with as like a day one apprentice, I didn't know. I'd worked construction, I'd built bridges, I'd poured concrete, all that shit, but I'd never done
Built
anything.
1,000 bridges.
Never built anything electrical. Bro, I've jackhammered the bedrock of a river. That was horrifying. That's scary how they build bridges. But he was like, yeah, no, I was from California, grew up there my whole life. I did drywall for fucking 30 years and I quit just because I couldn't compete with, you know, people that didn't have to pay taxes doing drywall. They're better at it than me and they don't have to pay taxes.
Those mud people.
Whatever. And he's like, so I became an electrician. And I was like, well, why'd you pick another construction job? And he goes, because they don't make the electrical code book in Spanish. So it's the only one that's safe. And I'm like, damn.
Oh my God.
I hope the Mexicans out there right now are like, see, we must learn this now.
Translate the electrical code book.
Chat GTP.
Those damn mud people, am I right?
They are terrible. When I did roofing, when I did any construction, it was always just watching them absolutely destroy white people in speed and process.
Yeah, well, it didn't work in the Mexican-American War, but, you know.
Bro, in Iowa, whenever you're waiting on the general contracting crew, it's like 4 white dudes or 1 Mexican dude, and the Mexican dude's 4 times faster. I don't know how the fuck he does it.
The Amish
It's
people.
incredible.
Oh, yes, please. It's the Amish people of building stuff.
Bro, have you ever... No, Amish people are the Amish people of building stuff. You ever seen Amish people build shit? It's horrifying.
Dude, it's 2 days. Have you watched this? Mm-hmm. They will have the framing and the roof done in 2 days.
I'm not... So, like, I literally married the farmer's daughter. Like, Hannah's parents are the whitest farmers on the planet that you've ever met.
Now, Hannah was adopted, right?
Hannah was adopted from Guatemala when she was 18 months old. Her parents are... Love them. They're great people, but they're the whitest of the whitest. They are American Gothic. They are the painting of the 2 white people holding the pitchfork. Like, that's her parents. They're the nicest people on the planet. I went to their house. I visited. I left. It was a Friday. I came back on Sunday. I'm not fucking kidding you. There was a new barn in their yard. What the fuck is that? It was, oh, the Amish built it. I go, when? I was here 36 hours ago. He goes, yeah, they're here yesterday. I go, and they're done? And he goes, yeah. What the fuck?
Cody, have you never seen this?
Yeah, I've seen the time lapses before. It's insane.
It's a day.
That wasn't a time lapse. That was live time, Cody. That was a stream. That was a live feed.
That was the stream. Dude, it is fucking crazy. And they're just using tools.
The only thing that can compete with Mexicans is white dudes with no mustache on their beard. It's 100%.
It's fucking insane. I didn't realize that until they started popping up on, like, you see it on TikTok or whatever, where it's just not a time lapse. It's 2 days, everything's up, and you're like,
do you guys have Amish people around here?
no, Indiana,
Mennonites?
Connor's seen the shit.
Connor's
out of
gone.
Texas doesn't have many.
You guys ever heard about the brown paper bag in the mailbox?
No.
Oh, you guys don't know about this?
Is that like the upside down pineapple or something?
Kind of,
Okay.
in a way. So, like, obviously, these communities are very tight. They're very tight knit,
Community.
and there's obviously there's only so many fucking genetics to go around over so many generations.
yes.
and
Okay,
it
no,
becomes an issue. Like, there's Amish communities. Like, you drive through town and it's like there's fucking one power line. It only stops at the schoolhouse because it's legally required, and none of the other houses have power. Nothing. You can drive through these communities. There'll be like a brown paper bag over the mailbox, and that's the signal of like, hey, if you want to inseminate an Amish woman and donate some genetics to this pool, you can.
Can I just pause real quick? Brandon, did you take my glass?
I did.
I was going to make you a drink.
I did.
I thought you just took it and to fuck
sorry,
with me.
brain,
I was like, wait. Thank you. I was so
brain fart.
confused.
I
was
poured
like,
the drink. I just left it.
I got you. You just
Yeah, I
said
got you,
that.
Eli.
I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck?
I know a guy that did it though. That
Really?
stopped. Oh yeah.
Oh, so how bad is the child support?
It was. There's no child support whatsoever. It was a straightforward
You're
deal.
probably the
it was
fourth guy
not,
that day.
Not nearly as fun as he thought it was.
Weird.
Oh, it was like, he's like, there's a fucking sheet.
Oh, this is going like, what's the show?
The what?
What's the show where it's like that? America Falls, there's nuclear war, and then they are
Fallout?
No. Holy shit. You guys haven't watched...
I don't know.
Anyways, he said there was like
go
a
on that.
fucking, there's like a sheet with a hole in it, and like the
So
local, I don't
Fens,
know. I don't know if it's like a priest or whatever, but like the local religious leader is there to like sign off on the
to
event.
make sure you do it right.
To make sure you don't have fun. I don't know.
He's like, huh? Well, that's not how I do it with the choir boys, but I guess it works.
So like, there's a hole in the sheet, and that's all you just
Yep,
like.
that's all you get.
Okay, like, so if you're thrusting too hard, the priest is like, wait, you're having too much fun.
Calm down.
Yeah, chill, just come.
This is for
Speaking
God.
of this, have you ever? I love when the like people on the street influencers go and interview all the kids at the
Handmaid's Tale.
the Mennonite colleges.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
The Mennonite colleges, or not Mennonite? Salt Lake City, Mormon
Mormons.
Mormon colleges. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen that?
the Mountain Jews.
Oh, dude, the people on like on the street people will go up and be like, hey, would you rather drink a cup of oil or a cup of coffee? And they're like, I'll take a cup of oil.
Yeah.
Because like
because they're not
caffeine's
allowed.
against
It's
religion
like
or
a
whatever,
drug.
but like they'll
a great place to put a coffee company.
They
Beer.
also talk about soaking. Have you ever?
I do know the soaking thing. That's fucking
Apparently, like
strange.
apparently the loophole out of that is like you can soak and then you have your really good friend shake the bed while you're soaking.
Yep.
To add the motion for you. Usually you're just not allowed to add the motion. Oh, it's so funny.
People that
I
work
love you,
around.
bud, but no.
It's also like the
I'm a
If
fucking take a
God
hard
didn't want me
pass.
to use the loophole, he wouldn't have left it open. He knows everything.
Jewish with the wire in New York.
Yeah, the Jew wire.
Oh, are
The
we
Jew
allowed
wire.
to talk about the Jew wire?
I think so.
I don't.
Is it
I
a
don't-
secret?
I think so. I don't know.
It's Googleable.
I guess.
You
It's
told
how
me
you-
about it, Nick.
And I didn't know you
Don't
can't-
talk about the Jew wire.
So you can't carry stuff either on that day.
Huh?
You're not allowed to carry stuff. That's technically work.
Performing work, yeah.
Yes, so
Unless
that
you're
is why
inside the
that
wire.
yes,
Because it's the Sabbath.
yes. So
Yeah.
that is why you have that wire
Outside
around.
of your home, right?
Yes, correct.
If you don't know, sorry, I'm incredibly uneducated on the Jewish religion, but apparently if you're inside a man-made structure, you're allowed to do certain levels of work, but if you're outside, you're not allowed to do any work at all.
Correct.
And around the island of Manhattan, they have taken a wire and made this humongous perimeter so that you're technically inside a man-made structure on the island of Manhattan. So you're allowed to do more during that period of time. while remaining within the rule set of the religion.
It reminds me of that fucking.
I just like God's like, well, those Jews.
Honestly,
it reminds me of that.
I respect the effort involved.
Oh yeah, if I was an omnipotent being, I would be like, fuck.
The effort that it took to go to the government council and be like, hey, these are my rules. Hear me out. I want to have a wire that does nothing. And nobody's allowed to touch it. Man-made. I needed to get shit done. And they're like, okay. Like, I respect it. I'm in awe.
Oh, wait, Handmaid's Tale. If you haven't watched Handmaid's Tale, that is literally what you were talking about.
I couldn't get into it. I had an ex or something that was watching it at some point, and it just seemed kind of like fan fiction of like the extreme left.
If you fast, it is.
If you fast?
No, if you fast forward
hungry?
a little bit, it gets really, it's fucked. It is fucked when you watch everything and then you have not insurrection, like people fighting to get America back because America is nuked to shit. And it's like, hey, this is how we make babies. No, and then they use that as leverage. It's like, look, we're actually having babies, though. And they're like, whoa, okay, it's not so bad. And then you see what the girls go through and you're like, oh, okay, what the fuck is going on this show? But if you like violence and storytelling, not too shabby. I watch every season.
God damn it, you're going to make me watch a show?
Yes, do it.
Did you ever watch Man in the High Castle, Nick?
I started to. I didn't finish it.
I feel like that's something
good?
you would like. Yeah, it's where like if the Japanese and the Nazis actually won World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Japanese own half of America, and then the Nazis on the other half, and it's pretty fucking interesting, man.
Shout out to Andy. You're the my buddy's the first actor in that. That's the guy that hands the envelope in the movie theater.
Oh, nice.
That's his claim to fame. He's like, I was in that scene. He's very proud of it. It was his first big gig, and he never did anything past that. But he's like, great actor too, just never anything else.
I never really liked those historic fiction kind of things where they like alternate history things where they go like super wild. Like there was that one movie that came out like the CSA where it's like, oh, if the South won the war, and it's like it does it in a really dumb way where it's like in modern day there's like a QVC shopping channel for slaves, and like on the moon landing like they've got a Confederate battle flag instead of an American flag. It's like I don't think you guys understand history at all. I don't feel like that's how that would have went even a little bit.
The internet makes it fine. Yeah. There's no good Wolfenstein video game. Dope. If you haven't played the new ones. Really
I've
fucking
seen clips
gangster.
of it. I just think of the College Humor skit where it's like, dude, my grandpa was like super into Wolfenstein.
He was super, cosplay.
Yeah, I found his old cosplay gear up in the attic. He went to conventions and everything. Look at it.
Are you guys familiar with the dead internet theory?
Yes.
No.
God, it's
No,
horrifying.
that just
You
came
wanna
out.
be
It's
scared?
AI based.
It's been out for a while, but yeah.
What?
So basically, since ChatGPT has come out, which when was that? 9 months ago.
It's a little
A year and a half.
year.
Yeah.
Apparently, more written text has been generated by ChatGPT since it came out. More than all of humankind has ever generated ever, period.
Yeah, AI is in the last, let me get the exact.
What do you mean by generated?
Like created.
Oh. So
Created tech. More than every book ever written and every human-made social media post ever, every comment section, everything a human being has ever done is now been surpassed by ChatGPT since it came out.
well, that's an odd thought.
Right. So there's this theory, and apparently it's like 45% of all internet traffic right now is bots. So there's this theory within like the next couple of years that the algorithm is just going to be bots trying to satisfy the algorithm that's determined by bots. And it's just going to create this feedback loop that kills the internet entirely.
Yep. So they
and the internet just won't be a thing anymore.
There's also a crazy like so it's kind of like cyberpunk lore, really. So like there's a thing called the Black Wall in cyberpunk where it's like beyond it is old internet that was taken over by like AI and like all sorts of like crazy shit, and they have this like much more localized locked down internet like on like that they use on the day-to-day
right now.
If you probably not better do. AI, so in the last year, AI designed sequences of 20 amino acids that make up proteins when compared to nature's handiwork. Some of the sequences worked just as well as the ones generated over a million years process of evolution. And I know, it's in the last 3 years through AI, that has developed faster than 300 million years of evolution on the planet. It's
terrifying.
Yes.
I wonder
Yes.
if the people that were building those like fucking room-sized computers in the 50s and 60s knew they were building our new god.
Those room-sized computers are the TI-83 calculator versus what we have. Like this is fucking insane compared to those giant computers back in the day. It is AI is one thing. I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie. While his methodology may have been a bit controversial, maybe Teddy K had a point.
Did you see the post in the subreddit about the Kaczynski? It was on eBay. It was an authentic undetonated Kaczynski package.
No,
Came
what the
with
fuck?
letter. It was on eBay for like 20 grand. It was like,
my God.
this would be a perfect. I don't know if it was fake or I'm almost positive it was fake, but it was like unopened, authentic Ted Kaczynski package, $19,000. And somebody's like, this would be a perfect gift for Wendigoon.
So we're actually one of
Like to keep, not to have him open. Obviously,
It's
I'm
a
not
joke,
advocating, it's a joke.
She just threatened my son.
No,
The
I love
Brandon Herrera's
Wendigoon.
son.
I won't. Well, okay. So something that I got to be careful about how I talk about it, but
Go on.
there is a something that a lot of people don't know is that Ted Kaczynski actually built his own handgun. It's pretty sketchy looking, but I think it's a 22 or something like that.
Is it a sketch?
No, he built it. Like it's a thing, and the FBI I think is in custody of it now. It was in a museum somewhere. But my favorite part of that entire story is A, it looks pretty ghetto, but B, he legitimately had it labeled, and I like paraphrasing, but I believe this is the case. He labeled it "pistol for homicide."
It's a very
It's like a
literal
Fallout
man.
name.
Yeah, it's like, well, just in case you forgot why you built it, I guess. I don't fucking. And not your work pistol or your hunting pistol. It's like, no, that's the pistol for homicide.
So
That's probable cause and a fucking nope.
Ooh, Eli! I'm a ghost.
What are you doing?
I'm here to tell you about GHOSTBED.
Is this an ad?
It might be an ad.
Why are you in my bedroom?
I don't know, scoot over, let's talk about it. Every Ghost mattress has a 20-year warranty. Some even have a 25-year warranty. And you can try them out for 101 nights, worry-free. If you don't like it, just send it back.
I don't like this.
No hard feelings. One of our favorite things about GHOSTBED is that it has cooling technology. So if you get hot at night, like we do down here in Texas, it's a lifesaver.
I'm uncomfortable.
But you're not hot, are you?
I'm uncomfortable.
But you're not hot, are you? GHOSTBED also offers bundles, so they have everything you need. Just choose one of their 4 mattresses and pick your bundle.
Why are you doing this to me?
4 mattresses!
4?
Right now, GHOSTBED is offering 50% off all their products. Just use code UNSUBSCRIBE at checkout or go to ghostbed.com/unsubscribe.
Please buy some ghostbed.com/unsubscribe.
I'll be under your bed if you need me.
I went off the deep end. I've been studying the Emperor of Japan
Oh yes, go on.
for about a month.
This is during World War II period. Emperor of Japan. Okay.
So
Clarify.
there's a very
They've had a few.
So like the official narrative right now is that the Emperor of Japan was basically a powerless figurehead, and that the not the government, but the branches of the military, like the top military officials, were actually running the Japanese government.
That goes back to like the daimyo period when
I don't believe any of it.
Okay, never mind. Daimyo period they did. Like it was a placeholder and the daimyo would rule.
So like I don't believe it. I don't believe any of it. I think the Emperor of Japan in World War II was like signing off on all of it.
Yes.
Okay, so like
he was a god in that time. He was revered as a
right.
god.
So, and if you go back and look at it, like the Imperial Japanese Constitution, if you look at it's like I think it's articles 11 through 15 are literally like the emperor has the final say on everything. The emperor is in charge of this. The emperor is in charge of that. The emperor is in charge of this. The emperor is in charge of that. Like it's in the Constitution. It's written out. And then when it came to surrendering for Japan, the tiebreaker between the committee of the 6 that got to decide if Japan would surrender or not, the tiebreaker was the emperor. And there's a historian. His last name is Bix. I can't remember his first name. He wrote a whole book about it. It's really good. But he kind of lays out the whole case for it, and it's like, fuck, I think he's right, because he's like, no, the dude had power. He knew what he was doing the whole time, and the reason that America plays along with the emperor being the powerless figurehead was America was basically hoping that by allowing the emperor to not face a tribunal for war crimes, it would make it easier for Japan to basically join the world again and be a productive member of the global society. And that's basically why you had MacArthur parading the God Emperor around, taking pictures with MacArthur's 6'5" ass next to his 5'4" whatever, being like,
and this guy
here's your
again,
God King, whatever.
This guy was never photographed before. Like they'd never heard his voice.
Well, they never heard his voice on the radio. So when he surrendered, it was like a big deal in Japan.
Yes.
And there was actually like everybody, when they heard that the emperor was going to be on the radio and they were going to hear his voice for the first time, they were dressing up like they were going to fucking church.
This is
to
a
hear
god
his voice on the radio.
That's
a
wild.
god figure. This is how Kim Jong-il essentially was
so like
revered.
the predominant narrative has literally been that like, oh, Emperor Hirohito was like just dicking off in his palace playing with koi fish, and it's like, no, he wasn't. He was fucking.
So no, excuse my
Go ahead.
ignorance on Japanese history of that time frame, but in the 40s, was it still a genealogical monarchy kind of thing? Like it was his kids, or
So the theory was I'm not super
believe-
versed on
Yeah,
Shintoism, but it's literally like you have the yin and the gods of the yin and the yang, and then you had the light god. There's like tiers of gods almost. So you had like yin and yang, and then which is kind of like the universe essentially.
Yeah.
And then you had the god of light, the sun, and the emperor.
order and chaos.
The emperor was the son of the sun god. So like he was basically like Hercules, like he was a demigod,
Right.
god
still through
level
genetics.
figure, but still genetics. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you had so you had daimyos, and then you had what was it? Daimyos was samurai was under, that was the fourth in the rank. Daimyos and shogun. So daimyo, shogun. So emperors, daimyo, shogun, samurai. Nobunaga was the one that almost unified
Fucking
it,
weeb.
and then the other guy, I forget his name. He's the one that actually he took over Nobunaga. He unified it, but the emperor is the one that stayed in charge always. Never in charge though during that time period. That was like the shogun and the daimyo were the ones that were like we're killing people, and the king was
so
like, I'm not gonna
here's-
fuck with these dudes. Yes,
Here is the Imperial Japanese Constitution. So before America overthrew them, Articles 11 through 13. Article 11, the Emperor has supreme command of the Army and Navy. Article 12, the Emperor determines the organization of peace, standing of the Army and Navy. Article 13, the Emperor declares war, makes peace, and concludes treaties. Period. Hirohito himself sanctioned the attack on Pearl Harbor. He was briefed on every military action and was allowed to intervene whenever he saw fit, which was almost never. So like on the Council of Six that made all the decisions, one of those six was like his servant, his like right-hand guy that was sitting on the council basically representing his interest. And then if there was ever a tie, he would go in to break the tie, which is what happened when they surrendered in World War II. So, yeah.
So kind of like the vice president does over Congress,
Basically, yeah.
or over the Senate rather.
I love that.
And then it kind of brings into the whole thing of like, well, if the emperor wasn't powerful and he was just a figurehead, why did they try to overthrow him when they heard that he was going to surrender? Like, why do you need to overthrow a guy that doesn't have power?
It's like the king in England right now.
Right.
Like, okay, so what?
Yeah. Like, why would you bother to overthrow him? It's because he actually did have all the fucking power. So, I don't know. I'm not
how the
convinced.
people. It's a hard one because it is how the general public looks at it. If they viewed him as that, it's hard to push back.
But then it makes complete sense as to like why America would be like, okay, no, we're gonna roll with that. That way you don't have to get convicted for war crimes. We'll make all of your people happy because their God gets to stay alive. You get to tell your people to chill, like go make Toyotas and radios and shit and be a productive member of society. And everybody fucking wins. That's
make
100% what happened though. Like,
Oh,
it's the same thing with like everybody's mad that there's like Confederate statues and bases are named after Confederate generals. Like the reason that was done.
For the people, it's to pacify the people.
I understand the narrative is that like, oh, they were trying to scare, black people or whatever. It's like there might have been a small degree of that, but by a larger part, it was trying to bring the South back into the fold of like, hey, we want you guys to be part of the fucking team here. Well, we'll respect your exactly, and it makes sense to me.
No,
because it was almost like a generational gap because there was like kind of a really brutal Reconstruction period. And then after that, it was kind of like once the temperature of the room kind of chilled out a little bit, it was like, all right, we need to figure out how to move forward as a country more unified and stuff like that. We did get into in pretty deep detail the other day why I believe it was Woodrow Wilson.
No,
his you already know where that's going. His great love for Birth of a Nation and everything like that. We got into that with Jack Mandeville.
Oh no! When on podcast?
On podcast.
Oh shit!
Oh, that goes out tomorrow morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then we have one Saturday.
Good.
Or Friday. Saturday for everyone else. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch The Last Samurai tonight.
Good.
I might do that too. That's a good movie.
Oh, we're talking about Tom Cruise. Now we're talking about Japan.
We got drunk like fucking a year or two ago, and I'd never seen The Last Samurai. So
that's why you're doing the fucking recreation.
So good.
Yeah. We were watching it. I was like, damn, this movie slaps.
Get this man a Disney contract. He's never seen the movie. Have him do the recreation.
100%. No, but I was like, damn, this movie's fucking dope. So I was pretty buzzed. So I was sitting there on my couch, and I bought a fucking Gatling gun that night.
Oh, is that why you have that Gatling gun?
That is why I have that Gatling gun. I've had it for like a year and a half. I haven't done dick with it because I've wanted to do a good recreation. I have a whole fucking bit. I have the armor.
Stop about the.
Hear me out.
Brandon Herrera buying a Gatling gun.
Okay.
Brandon Herrera also buy like time period accurate sword and armor.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, I went all out.
Let's run an experiment. You nerds can run can we run 2 videos on your channel? We'll do them back to back. We'll see which one performs better. Okay. You guys can do your time accurate samurai armor bullshit with the Gatling gun. Okay. I get to pick the theme for the second video with the Gatling gun. We'll see which one performs better.
No. So, okay, I'm not doing a period accurate. It's literally for a fucking 30-second bit.
Yeah. Brandon just want to
But
run
I just
in
want
on
to fuck shit up with
Amorai.
a Gatling gun.
I bet my idea will outdo it.
What's your idea?
Hear me out.
We might have to cut this just in case I like it.
No, it's not bad at all. Here's the title.
Oh, I'm saying just in case I like it.
Which drill will make a Gatling gun run faster? DeWalt versus Milwaukee.
So honestly,
and we just hook up with the DeWalt drill versus the Milwaukee drill to the Gatling gun and see which one shoots more fucking bullets.
Many communities, the construction workers are gonna be like, damn.
You might need something kind of like an impact or something because it's actually kind of stiff. Like it's a big crank.
Tweaker versus Milwaukee versus DeWalt versus Makita.
Oh, I'll take the tweaker.
Was that
any day?
Good impact drill.
Was that you that sent me the drill fights?
Yeah.
Those are dope.
They tape the bits together on the end of them and send them in reverse, and they just spin and fight each other, and they see which one lasts the longest.
They chuck them up to the same piece of
Why
metal.
am I not surprised that that's in your YouTube feed? First off,
they've got 2 drills chucked
what
up
that is
to the same bit, and then they just have 2 zip ties. And they yank the zip ties and drop it and let them fight to the death.
This is on your 2 feeds, without a doubt.
It was also in mine, to be fair.
It's fucking redneck Beyblades, homie.
It's like a...
I just picture, was it Bot Wars? What is it? Robot
Wars.
Robot Wars, but you're just like duct taping the triggers and throwing it together.
Dude, so there's apparently an arena in Vegas that was like really close to where we were staying for SHOT Show, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I would totally show up in person, get hammered at a Battle Bots fucking show.
Yeah,
Eli, the gang does drill fighting. We all go to Home Depot and we pick out a drill that we want, and we drill fight.
Oh, I'm
I just
winning.
like misunderstand the assignment.
Yeah.
Like 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck?
I'm going to Home Depot that day.
I'm winning.
Look, Mexicans,
I know the exact drill that'll win.
What's up?
I know the drill that'll win. I'm winning.
Cool. So anyway, the next...
It's fine. We're winning. We're doing it. No, you laugh. We're fucking doing this tomorrow. I'm dead ass there. I'll drop $1,000 on power tools right now. I don't give a fuck.
Like high-low is went to the side. We're doing drill real buy fights.
Rocket Money has already bought an ad on the Fat Files channel, so
This is really.
if you think redneck Beyblades isn't something I'll do on my B channel, you're wrong.
You found something somehow a cage fight that is somehow more Mexican than cockfighting.
so much more Mexican.
This is complete.
I'm throwing mud at their eyes. Blind them.
Peter's happy. It's
Brandon's
fine.
just punching them with it.
It's just drills.
You guys want to do it? I'm dead.
Yeah, no,
I'm dead
let's do
ass
the gang.
serious.
The gang does drill fights.
How do we fight?
Huh? We make a fucking
Hey,
tournament
Cody,
bracket.
close us out. If you want to know how we fight,
Fuck that. It's a tournament bracket. You got Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ryobi, Makita.
No, we each get like $300.
Craftsman.
We go to Home Depot and we each pick out a drill of our choice and we do drill fighting.
$300 ain't getting the good shit. How much is
We do
good
high
shit?
low.
You get it for $300.
I'm choosing some Amazon bullshit.
That shit's
You're
breaking.
losing.
Yeah.
Battery lasts 2 seconds.
I'm getting the Milwaukee Surge.
Is that the good one?
It's hydraulic. It's quiet. You can't hear the hammer function. It's so
Hydraulic?
overpowered. It's
Wait,
insane.
hydraulic and quiet?
So it's like have you ever seen how a normal hammer function works on it, like an impact driver? You know how you can hear it? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Milwaukee makes a hydraulic version that's quiet. And originally it came out and a lot of people in construction loved using them in like hospital settings, because in hospitals they have like a bunch of weird fucking rules on like, it's quiet time. You can't be like if you want to do construction in a hospital, you literally have to run it up like a chain of command to use a hammer drill. But these hydraulic ones literally sound like that's the hammer function. And they're so fucking strong. It's insane.
Suppressed.
You snap off bits and because you don't realize we run hammer drills and shit a lot.
Think of NASCAR for hammer drill.
You don't
If
realize
you
how
don't
much
know.
you're listening to the sound to determine, okay, that's tight, until you don't have the sound. And then you're like, yep, that's stripped. That's snapped. that's broken off. And you're like, shit.
That's
Connor knows.
I never realized until you just said that. Yeah, it's like
So real quick, it's called a Milwaukee Surge.
Yeah, that's the brand.
All right, can we put an Amazon affiliate link in the description?
Pick one up
Because
right
I'm dead
here.
fucking serious. I had no desire for that, but now I want one.
Oh, they're awesome.
I'm buying one. I'm not kidding.
You want to put an absurd amount of torque on something and be dead ass quiet while you do
This
it?
is not a sponsored bit. We are organically talking about this, and I genuinely want
I
one.
They're less than
actually am an
$200.
electrician and I did construction. Okay, god damn it.
Dual Surge, 18 volt, $169.
Oh, I've seen those. Oh, yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right, Nick?
Milwaukee tools when you're done.
Oh, I
fights.
have one.
Those?
Hey, Chopper, you got me
can't-
one of those.
You literally can't tell the difference between a regular Milwaukee and a Surge, except for it says Surge in red in the plastic molded on the side.
Chomper, thank you. I think you got me one of those. One of my buddies was like, "This is for the Porsche," just to like take wheels off.
When's the last time you moved that Porsche?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Is this the fuel surge?
All right,
Yes,
Yeah, all right.
they're dope.
It's $139.
Yeah, I know. It's unstoppable.
Yeah, well, it's mine now.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's silent?
Redneck Beyblades.
That's what we'll
It's a
name the
video.
episode too.
Yeah, the gang does redneck Beyblades. Check it out on Pepperbox.
The sort of exclusive content you can be.
What's high low? You ain't gonna find out. What we're doing, is
doing
redneck.
Beyblades.
That's a 10 million view video. I will argue that till I die.
We got a new audience base. It's
Oh, you want to put it on Fat Files?
I don't care, whatever.
All right, I don't care.
Videos
I'll put it on my
brought-
B channel. I don't give a shit.
Videos brought to you by Rocket Money. Here's a fucking drill and a zip tie.
That's like late stage YouTube. It's like, this video is brought to you by Rocket Money. There's a fucking drill. I don't know.
Cody closes out. We'll go to the after show.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining the Unsubscribed Podcast. I'm joined today by Eli Double Tap, Nick the Fat Electrician, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. Please go to our Patreon to check out the after show. And as always, go over to pepperbox.tv to see some content you won't see anywhere else.
Like Brandon saying the F word.
What?